Hi guys, welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another brand new episode where we are going to be discussing on what made news for FC Barcelona lately. In this video today, we are going to be talking about four stories, starting with Dembele. Barcelona board are unsure about Dembele's contract renewal. Secondly, we are going to be talking about Yuri Cruyff, Barcelona advisor, as he have recently been talking about Frankie de Jong, Ronald Arago, Real Madrid, and the summer signings as well. We are going to be looking at that. Thirdly, we are going to be talking on this transfer story claiming that Barcelona is tracking this 18-year-old Salzburg striker by name Rocco Simic. Of course, the player have been likened to Erling Haaland lately. We're also going to be looking at that. Then finally, talking about on loan Barcelona forward Adama Traore. It has been reported that Traore is set to return to Wolverhampton Wanderers, his parent club, when the season comes to an end. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, if you're a supporter of FC Barcelona. And very importantly guys, I'll be really appreciative if you can support Viva Barca. At some point I plan going live, I plan showing myself, and I'll really need your support via the Super Thanks feature, a new feature from YouTube. If you can purchase a Super Thanks, I'll be really grateful for that. So guys, without much waste of time, let's get right into those stories. As we approach the final phase of the campaign, it is safe to assume that the renewal of Ousmane Dembele has become a priority for FC Barcelona. The Frenchman has been in extraordinary form since the start of February, emerging as a creator-in-chief for a Barcelona team that has done well to remain in the top 4 race. With a tally of 11 assists in 17 league matches this term, coach Xavi Hernandez has continued to put faith in the former Borussia Dortmund starlet and has urged the club to do everything they can in order to keep hold beyond the summer. However, according to a report from Dario Sport, there is growing uncertainty among the Barcelona board members over the renewal of Dembele, with some of them not entirely convinced of the attacker's importance in the team. The contrarians argue the Frenchman is not as integral in the Barcelona setup and thus altering the club's financial structure in order to keep hold of him could ultimately prove to be a waste investment in the long run. The report comes in the wake of Barcelona's poor performances in La Liga, with Barca recently succumbing to a 1-0 defeat to Rayo Vallecano. They also lost to Cadiz and have only won once in their last 4 competitive outings. During this period, Ousmane Dembele has not been involved in a single goal. It has led many believe that the former Dortmund starlet has only enjoyed a bright patch, and his form could dwindle further as we move towards the business end of this campaign. Xavi, for his part, has continued to back Dembele and has been, unequivocal in his desire to keep hold of the Frenchman. But with the player struggling to make the difference in recent weeks, it will be interesting to see whether there might be any shift in Barca's stance in regards to the renewal of the explosive forward. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona are gearing up for an important summer ahead. They are going to face a tricky test balancing their finances as they look to undergo a major shakeup and build a team capable of taking on the best in Europe next season. Yuri Cruyff offered similar thoughts during his recent presser, as relayed by Dario Sport, stating, "From here on, we have to achieve our objective and work to improve the squad." In an interview where he spoke at length on Barcelona's agenda and objectives in the transfer market, the advisor stated that it is essential the board builds a strong team for Xavi ahead of the upcoming campaign. He said, "The important thing will be to make a balanced squad and find players with certain characteristics. Sometimes we forget that for a crack to work, the team must be balanced," Yuri Cruyff said. He continued by saying, "Football is changing and we have to be open to these changes. It is important to analyze the situation well and to make sure that there is a good harmony between the coach and the club. We have to be prepared to make the necessary moves. I prefer not to talk much about names. As for today, the last thing we can do is to make the possible transfers more expensive. We want to give the best possible team to the coach," the Dutchman added. Yuri Cruyff stated it is going to be tricky for the club to adhere to the financial fair play rules but the Barcelona advisor said the club are looking forward to the challenge. He said, upcoming transfer window, everything will depend on how we can strive. The issue of fair play will be key, and we are excited. Johan Cruyff was also asked about the future of some of the Barcelona stars, including Ronald Araujo and Frankie de Jong. He remained coy on the issues, saying, Araujo's renewal? In the coming weeks, we will work on the continuity of players we count on. We will try to have the same success. We will see if we succeed. With Frankie de Jong linked with an exit, he was naturally asked to comment on the same. He said, rumors about Frankie de Jong, this is not the time to talk about this kind of thing. There is an obligation to meet the objective of this season before looking at the future of any of us, said the Dutchman. Finally, Cruyff was asked about Real Madrid in light of their promising run in the UEFA Champions League. He heaped praise on Los Blancos, admitting that there is no luck attached to their performances in the Champions League. He said, Real Madrid's Champions League run, when they have been doing it for several knockout rounds in a row, it's not luck. It's a quality they have of belief, of character, of mentality. You have to have a bit of luck, but when something is repetitive, it can't be luck. Then on to the next story of discussion, why there is no denying the fact that Barcelona are closely working on perfect acquisitions for the summer. Some work is also being done on monitoring the jewels that can shine in the future. In that regard, Spanish news outlet Sport says those sitting in the Barca offices have identified a certain Rocco Samic, a forward who currently plies his trade with Lefering in Austria, playing on loan from FC Salzburg. The 18-year-old Milan-born Croatian under-18 national has already clocked 3 minutes in the UEFA Champions League this season and has impressed one and all with his scintillating goal-scoring prowess that is now likened to none other than Erling Haaland. In 19 league matches for Lefering this season, the young star has scored 13 goals. Furthermore, he has also netted 7 times in the UEFA Youth League while representing RB Salzburg under 19. Overall, Simic has a goal contribution of 26 goals in just 28 matches while playing for the aforementioned 2 teams. This translates to a goal ratio of 108. Thanks to his 6 goals in the UEFA Youth League, which includes a brace against Atletico Juvenil, and in the semi-final, Salzburg under 19 made it to the final, where they lost out to eventual champions Benfica under 19. Barcelona no figures as impressive as these are certain to grab intensive limelight, and Sport says Serie A side AC Milan have already started working on a potential deal. Simic, who joined Salzburg in 2021 for just €4 million, has a valid contract until 2025, but has reported by Goal back in March, he has already attracted interest from Real Madrid, Arsenal, and Tottenham, among others. Then on to the final story of discussion. Following a frantic couple of weeks, Barcelona are currently evaluating the future of some of the existing stars as Xavi Hernandez looks to bring about a summer of change. According to a report from Dario AS, one of the players who could be allowed to leave the club is Adama. The explosive winger is currently on loan at the Camp Nou until the end of the season, having joined the club from Wolverhampton Wanderers in January. Barcelona have the option to make the move permanent if they are willing to cough up the €24 million buyout clause, but that is something the club are not considering at the moment. Barcelona are worried about Adamas' role at the club or lack of it. Following a promising return to Catalonia, the winger has struggled to gain prominence in Xavi's plans lately. In the last 10 competitive outings, Adama has made only 1 start, which came against Frankfurt in the UEFA Europa League. The Wolf attacker hasn't won Xavi's favours thanks to a series of inconsistent performances and a tally of 0 goals and 4 assists in 15 outings. So it has ultimately compelled Barcelona to release the attacker at the end of the season without meeting his termination clause. The Blaugrana argue it is pointless to pay €24 million for a player who has not only been inconsistent but also has his contract expiring at the end of the next season, when any European club will be able to snap him on a free transfer. However, it might prove to be difficult for Barcelona to play the waiting game and sign Adama on a free transfer in 2023, as the attacker has been once again courted by Tottenham Hotspur this summer, while Wolves themselves will be keen on offloading him. As such, It is perhaps fair to assume that the Spanish international could be set for yet another exit from Camp Nou in the summer as he looks to return to the Premier League. So callers, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video, and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please endeavor to do so you always stay in touch with the latest in FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.